Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is like a recap slash what I learned about food budgeting in 2023 and things that are going to help me moving forward in 2024. So if you guys are new here, welcome. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Just do it ahead of time. Give this video a thumbs up. And I've got some notes, so stay tuned. Grab a pen if you want to take notes yourself, and let's get into what I learned about budgeting for grocery shopping in 2023. When I went into the beginning of last year with this mindset of I knew what I was going to do. I had already been watching videos. Actually, I got the inspiration from Frugal Fit Mom. I will link her channel below. I've been following her for years, and like over the years, I've been like trying to implement some of the things that she does. And so I think I've learned a lot just from watching her channel in general. But whenever I started doing the things myself, I would just shop and not look at the receipt. I knew how much it was. I would set it on the counter for my husband to see, just for the sake of him seeing the receipt and how much was actually spent at the grocery store. And if he had any questions, it was right there. But other than that, I never really looked at the receipt itself. And so with all of last year, me recording everything, as boring as those videos were and as annoying as it was to actually record the products, like every single time I brought something in the house, I had to stop what I was doing and record it, because a lot of times it was like refrigerated stuff or frozen stuff and it would go bad. Anyways, so one thing that definitely helped me in that process that I will be able to use moving forward is it helped me learn the prices. And I remember having this conversation with my father-in-law a few months back, and I was like, it'd be so cool to be able to know these things, but I don't know the difference. And he said it's because you don't know the prices. And so I was able, or not that I was able, it kind of forced me to look at the prices. And I know I didn't shop at a ton of different places. Publix is always like the closest to my house. And then I do go to Walmart. And then we've moved here to Tallahassee, and I haven't seen not one Winn-Dixie, and I have not looked it up to see if we even have one. I'm sure we do somewhere. But those were the main stores throughout all of the videos from last year. If you saw those, give me a thumbs up because you're awesome. Anyway, so it helped me to remember, just from looking at the prices in the store, recording the video, looking at my receipt. So whenever I'm adding up all of the numbers, because I would get like household goods and then I would make sure to go in and subtract that. With doing it that way, it really helped me to pay attention, and I would remember, because if I did a video 1 month, like in March, and then I did another video in April, I was able to remember because I'd already seen the price at the store. I seen the price on the receipt. I spoke it on the video, and then I had to listen to it as I was as I was editing the video and putting it together. So all of the numbers, like you would think that you wouldn't be able to retain that information because it was so much, but it really helped me to like recognize the differences in prices and be able to remember what they were. Like the egg epidemic, right? We went up and then we went down, and then we're like coasting, and now we're going back up, right? And so that's just the egg prices right now. And so that is one thing that I'm so grateful for, that it helped me to be able to learn the prices and pay attention to what the different prices of groceries are, and to be able to recognize when something is at price, overpriced, or on sale. Anyways, moving on to number 2. The next thing that it really helped me to recognize was where the money was going and what really cost a lot of money that's not worth it. I did notice that a lot of extra spending, or the unnecessary spending, come from the junk food. And now, with me doing these videos over the whole past year, I did not, I tried to make sure that I wasn't getting the more expensive brand, like the organic stuff. So that is one thing. Another thing, I guess that's kind of like a bonus going into here. I know how I'm going to shop moving forward. Anyway, so that is one thing that's kind of registered in my brain, that junk food equals expensive. So that is something that I'm going to have to work on, not just with myself for budgeting, but also for my family, just because it's not good for you, basically. So the next thing that this whole budgeting situation helped me with, since it was a challenge, to not overspend a certain amount. Whenever I hit a certain point, I would get to the end of the month and it's like, no, we are not going to the grocery store. We need milk. The first is in 3 days. You can wait for cereal until then. So whenever it come to the end of the month, that last week, I did not go to the store unless I absolutely had to. It became even more of a challenge to not go to the store because it was going to cause me to overspend even more. When I already knew that I had already overspent, it was just going to add to that. And that's what I was trying to avoid, because I knew eventually at the end of the year, I was going to be adding everything together for the average. And I was trying to keep that as low as I possibly could. So that was one thing that I think it really helped me with. And so I think I'm still going to continue doing that moving forward. So doing it this way, especially that last week, it really helped me to be more creative with my cooking. And so I would just go through my refrigerator, freezer, pantry, find the protein, and then find a veg, and then figure out the seasonings along the way. Like, I'm already pretty good with my cooking skills. I am definitely still learning new things. I'm learning how to make homemade bread, and over the past year, I've really tried to hone in and start to make more things from scratch. So I know I bought a lot of the John Soul's chicken fajitas because it's easy. It's a convenience food, also one of those expensive ones. I started to try to do the same thing just with a regular chicken breast. I feel like that helped me to bring in more seasonings and to play around with seasonings and to kind of play with flavors and add in different little things. And by watching other recipes on YouTube or seeing something on Pinterest or TikTok, those really helped me, because I would watch a video or see like a recipe on Pinterest, and I would go through their ingredients and it's like, oh, I have that, and that. I really feel like the whole experience of the challenge helped me to just be better in the kitchen and to make more yummy foods. And yeah, I'm really proud of all of I should have written them down, but I didn't. All of the different yummy dishes that I was able to create and that my family loved, and it was awesome. And I think that's pretty much all of like the good things that that this challenge helped me with. I think the only downside was that I didn't really add much into my long-term storage. So I do live in Florida. We have hurricanes, and I like to be prepared for any type of outages, flooding, any type of situation where we are stuck without electricity or water. One thing that I didn't do was add a lot more into our storage, like long-term storage. I could do a different video if you want to see like what I think would be good for your long-term storage. That's something for another video for sure. I did find a few good deals throughout the year that was just like amazing. The only one that I can really think of right offhand that was just amazing was 1 pound boxes of spaghetti at Walmart for 25 cents a box. So that really blew my mind. We are still good on spaghetti noodles for a while. I think I've got probably 20 boxes still left. So yeah, that was, I would say, probably the only downside, is because I didn't want to go way over budget. I really didn't buy little things here and there like I used to would, like over the past few years. I gotta sneeze. I can feel it. Holy crap. So before the challenge, and then kind of going into the challenge a little bit, and then I realized it was just adding to the overall budget. And so I kind of pulled back a little bit from doing that. Before the challenge, I would usually spend about $5 extra on like long-term storage food, whether that be canned food, beans, rice, water, things like that for, you know, just in case situations, since we do live here in Florida. Now, since it is a new year and I'm no longer doing the budget challenge, I will be able to pick up where I left off and continue on with my long-term storage. I wouldn't call it like a prepper cabinet or anything like that, but I think if we were out of electricity for a week from a hurricane, that I think we would be okay in that situation. And with all of that, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you learned something. And what are some things that you implement whenever you grocery shop to help you budget better? I'm still learning. I don't think that budgeting for a whole 1 year is gonna be enough for me to fully understand and learn how to do it. I think I have a good base and a good start for a system, and I will continue to record my, not record, but write them down, like my receipts. I did purchase from TikTok. Let me get this closed up. I did purchase the Budget Babes calendar, budget planner. So that is pretty exciting. I usually keep up with all of our stuff, but that is a new task for me to learn, because I'm gonna have to learn the book because it's kind of difficult and it has words in there that I'm not familiar with, because #adulting sucks, basically. Anyway, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any tips that you do yourself, be sure to put them in the comments and let me know what are some of your best practices. And with all of that, I will see you guys later. Bye.